show.
Hello, welcome everyone to another live stream, and we've just wrapped up Infamous for the PlayStation 3, and I'm glad I'm finished with that. That was the worst. That is the worst game I've ever played. Maybe not the worst, but it's fucking up there. So yeah, we're beginning Puppeteer, also for the PlayStation 3, another exclusive.
This is welcome to the magical theatre of the strange and fantastic.
But yeah, I've had this game since launch. I didn't buy it at launch. I bought it maybe a couple days after, and I started playing it. I played a couple levels, maybe 2 or 3 levels, and then I stopped playing it. I never come back to it. I think I got distracted by something else. I was playing this just casual. I wanted to play this casually, like not recording or anything. And I think I started something else, and I got distracted. I think I was playing. I did Super Mario Galaxy on my other channel or something. Because this come out in.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats. The show will begin any moment now.
But yeah, this came out 2013, and that was quite a heavy hitter. Like a great year in gaming, actually. Like for all the consoles, they all had good games that year. I think I started the Wind Waker for the Wii U. I think I started that. I think that came out around about the same time. So one player. Start the game. Hopefully the audio is not too out of balance.
Once upon a time, before everything went to rack and ruin, the Moon Realm was ruled by a beautiful goddess. But then, Little Bear, for whom the Moon Goddess had shown nothing but love, stole 2 of his mistress's precious possessions, the Black Moonstone and a magic pair of scissors known as Calibros. After declaring himself Moon Bear King, he invaded the goddess's castle, smashed the White Moonstone to pieces. Once upon a time, once upon a now. This is my Moon King, so just get to the part where I sound good. Right. Yes, of course. Wasn't everyone so very wowed when the Moon Goddess was obliterated? Wasn't it just great that the impressive Moon Bear King gave a piece of the White Moonstone to each of his generals, screwing over the moon at large? Oh yes, the next 3 years was something special. Ah, yes. Now, where do I begin? He was the Moon Realm's ruthless new king, and intent to keep it that way. So night after night he spirited away the souls of children and locked them inside wooden puppets who were doomed to defend Castle Grizzlestone. And while tonight was no exception, it would prove to be quite exceptional.
Oh, the poor dearie. Look, yin-yang, another day, another soul.
Poor indeed. You're as bad as the tyrant. How many of these children are you planning to parade off to certain mutilation before you realize you're wasting your time?
Why, one more, and then another after that. As many as it takes me to get my hands on Calibros.
That's nice.
Meet our hapless hero, who's just blinked back to life, firmly in the Moon Bear King's clutches.
Kutaro, your soul was summoned here at my behest. Kutaro, will you be my friend? Pals to the bitter end.
Oh shit. There you go, we've got no head.
Lovely. Another dunce who left his head in the Moon Bear King's belly.
Right, so we're in
Listen,
control now.
you're
Right, so
going to
left
drop
and right.
dead if you go without a head. And I'll be the one stuck with cleanup. Come on, let's find something else you can use. A substitute head.
Right analog stick. So the right analog stick controls this. This is pretty much our cursor. I think it's a cat.
What's rattling around in there?
Acts as like a spotlight, so you can like look for stuff.
It's a head pot. Perhaps I'll just help myself. This should do nicely. You're all set. Remember those head pots. They may be weird, but they flap around with lots of useful heads. But one little touch, and they'll drop their stash. You know, a new kid on the chopping block like you ought to have a couple of noggins at least. Can't take any chances. There's another one, see? Just like I said.
So yeah, you can get the drift.
What am I doing wrong? Am I not powerful enough?
Look out! Quick, pick up your head. Now, this is extremely important. One false move, and those heads of yours will tumble right off your shoulders. If you don't grab them right away, their magic will fade, and no more head. So remember, if you lose your head, pick it up post haste.
So yeah, you get the gist of what the trophies are gonna be about.
Oh, and one other thing. Moon sparkles. Here, I'll show you. Voila! These are moon sparkles. Collect
Moon
100 and you'll be able to magically come back to life, even if you do lose
Just like
all
Sonic.
your heads. Let's keep looking. There, the witch's bloomers. Keep your eyes peeled for moon sparkles if you want to stay alive. Oh, that Moon Bear King is always angry. Jehoshaphat! Oh, look there. You see that head symbol? Listen, every head has a little bit of magic to it. They react to places and objects that resemble them. Oh, why don't you just give it a try? Here, first choose the right head. Now, use the head's magic.
Oh, I used the D-pad.
Anyway, keep an eye out for those head symbols. Anything could happen. Look at that. No wonder they're so skinny.
Oh, what a little darling! Welcome! Please make yourself at home. Go and bring it to me!
You'd better follow that fork. The witch doesn't take kindly to long waits.
Hurry
Watch that feisty fork. It's as wicked as the witch.
But yeah, it's so clever how they thought of this. It reminds me a lot of Castle of Illusion, which I'll do a playthrough of that as well at some point.
Hey, I warned you. Remember to pick that up quick. No more heads means pass through that shimmering gateway to proceed to the back of the kitchen.
Now, make no mistake. Kuturo was not alone in his plight. The kitchen was already starved by unfortunates whom the Moon Bear King had plucked from their beds.
Right. You've got to be thorough.
These children had been charged with keeping the fickle king fed, and it was a miserably hopeless task. After all, his appetite was as vast and insatiable as his lust for power.
Careful. There's this thing about fire and puppets. All those mune sparkles, you don't want to toast yourself grabbing them.
Oh, what the fuck? What turned it on? I thought I can turn it on and off with this.
Imagine being one of these tykes and spending dusk till dawn getting kneaded and grated, peeled and parboiled, marinated, melted, minced and mashed. Or, if they were lucky, just zested, followed by a light gravy.
I think there's something up there. There's nothing there.
I smell something delicious. The witch couldn't. Oh, and that was my lunch. Oh,
So now it's telling me how to
spark
select
of
head.
magic in every head. I got any idea? Head, bread. Oh, try it on that sandwich. There's that head symbol again. See how using your head can change the world? And I do mean that quite literally. If you don't present yourself soon, the Mune Witch will lose her temper and... well, you thought losing your head was bad.
Right, let's proceed.
The witch, in case you're wondering, was a singularly screwy sorceress by the name of Esma Potts. You'd think someone that gifted with a cauldron would know a thing or two about cooking, and you'd be wrong.
Ah, I missed the thingy bob.
As for Kuturo's catty companion, name of Yin Yang, he used to be the moon goddess's faithful feline. One might say his current mistress was a step down in some regards.
Watch out for the vegetables. In this kitchen, the cook is a cook, and the squash are out to squish.
Hurry along now, dearies, because lazy boys are the first to get turned into grubs. together, my pretties, so you can get lost. Yin Yang, open the windows. I'm roosting alive from
three.
the
What do you think? Meowed by my cat-like reflexes?
Ah! Where is the moon goddess? I demand to know where you have taken her! Ah! Unhand me, you louts! How dare you!
That peppy princess ought to pipe down. Are you the new boy? I suppose you want me to get your soul back so you can return home. Well, not until you march those wooden legs up to the Moon Bear King's throne room and fetch me his magic scissors. You can do it. After all, you are a very special boy.
Deja Mew. How many very special boys are we up to now?
Yin Yang. You can keep him company.
Whoop-de-doo. We get to go to the throne room to find Calibros. Won't this be fun?
Alright. It's hard to commentate because then it ruins the game for anybody watching.
Welcome to the Tower of Tribulations. But don't let a cheerful name like that fool you. This place, see? You never know where a head might be hiding. Head pods, dreadnoughts, parking lots. Check everywhere. They don't say get your head out of the gutter for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can purchase stuff with these coins. Hiccuping. What's he doing there? Get out. Oh. Ah, Mr. Thing.
Not good. We have a spherical situation. Duck for your life before we get bowled over. Still in one piece?
I just lost one of my heads. It said duck, didn't it?
Abracadabra! Abracadabra!
What the fuck? Okay, one more head left. So I was too busy paying attention to those axes. There you go, bonus stage.
had been snatched away by an enormous arachnid. But why didn't he end up as dinner? Perhaps the spider mistook Kuturo for one of her 10,000 children. Hard to keep track of all those little darlings, even with 8 eyes.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It made it look like I was just going to stand on it. Oh, that's as far as I got.
Magnificent, Kotaro. There's the entrance to the throne room. No one has ever made it this far.
I bet they have.
Stop this madness! I command you in the name of the sun! Oh my gosh, are you crazy? Do you know who I am? Dad's gonna have a supernova!
Wait, sire. What if she's right? The sun does have a burning temper.
Ha! What did he do? I got his precious daughter!
Well, of course you do, sire. And even if you didn't, your majesticalness is more than enough to eclipse the sun.
I've prepared a very special room for you, my dear princess. So please, I insist, take a long
Meow. What luck. He's left Calibras unattended for once. Kotaro, you are one lucky person.
There before our hero towered the most impressive pair of scissors you've ever seen. The legendary Calibras. But Calibras was bound fast by vile vines, the twisted offspring of the Moon Bear King's twisted magic.
Kotaro, meet Calibras. Calibras is a cut above your average scissors. He used to serve the Moon Goddess.
Step forward, boy, and take your destiny now.
Now that's a shock. I mean, an honor. Don't you see? Calibras has chosen you.
And so Kutaro's fortunes were starting to look up. After all, he was now the proud owner of a pair of enchanted scissors. Still, it wasn't all good luck. Remember, Calibras belonged to the Moon Bear King. And the boy's first challenge was to extricate himself from the booby trap he'd just set off.
There, that's the ticket.
I see something at the back. I see like one of those pots. Oh, so I tap it more quicker. I cut more quicker as well.
We'll be out of here in no time.
Yeah, I think I want that.
Yes, you know what to do. Oh, scissored like a true wizard.
Oh, I already got that one.
See? Take good care of Calibras, and Calibras will take care of you. Don't stop now, or that graze will catch us. Oh, lovely. Very nice.
Who dares lay a hand on my property? My traps! How did you get out? Wait, how did you get in? You wretch! What have you done to my throne room? Guards, apprehend that thief!
Oh, there we go. Boss time, I think.
Deftly and darkly, the grubs descended upon our trembling hero. But locked within each of them was the soul of a child, just as scared as him.
You see that? That's it. Very heroic.
I'll pop your head clean off your shoulders!
Get caught, and you'll be grabified, just like the rest of these poor children.
Guards! I want that sticky-fingered scoundrel's head!
Oh, if you don't get it quick enough, you'll come back to
Guards!
life.
Guards!
I see now.
I'll do it myself.
It was a weaver. Of all the Moonbear King's nightmarish magical creations, weavers were some of the nastiest. This was Kutero's first ever real dose of fear. But to escape the weaver, those fears would need to be conquered. As the clash grew even clashier, the boy snipped, sliced, and sundered with the cold realization his life counted on it.
I think I did it right. Oh,
The
fucking
weaver is
hell.
full of souls, like the one you saw before. But cut those souls free, and you can flatten this carpet for good.
Success! The fell weaver was no more. With the legendary Calibras firmly in hand, Kutero had taken the first step of his grand adventure.
I don't know, I guess that was level 1.
Unfortunately, the next steps had to be taken at a run, as the Savage King was hot on our heroes.
Tiger!
Yes, sire.
Where did that whelp go?
Well, he can't have gotten far, sire. He has such tiny legs. I imagine he's right around the corner.
I don't want him around the corner. I want him cornered! Find that thief, or I'll find someone who can!
Please, sire, your blood pressure. I'll take care of it. Would you like a back rub? A glass of warm milk? Anything? No?
Bravo, Kutaro. None of the others ever made it half as far. This will be music to the witch's ears. Oh, man up, would you please? Would you prefer the grubs find you and the Moon Bear King yanks your limbs off?
So yeah, that was level 1, I guess. Right, saving.
With a flash of Calibris, Kutaro felled the frightful monster and freed the soul of every last child in the fiend's clutches. Well done, Kutaro! The souls he freed were homeward bound. Kutaro had obtained Calibris, Join
That's
us
the one
again for Act 1, Scene 1 of Kutaro's wondrous tale, wherein the soul of an unsuspecting boy is whisked away to the magical moon realm and trapped inside a wooden puppet.
So that's the one we just done, isn't it?
Join us again for Act 1. Kutaro had obtained Calibris, a legendary pair of magic scissors. But before he could start cutting along the dotted line of destiny...
Right, let me just check. Yeah, that's the one I just done.
And so the story continues. Lucky Kutaro, suckered into stealing a set of sorcerer's scissors by the witch and stirring up a tyrant's rage. Now, all his hopes of escaping the castle were dashed, just as he himself dashed like mad to outrun the soldier grubs who wanted his head. Poor Kutaro. His only hopes now were Calibris and a witch of most questionable character. What cruel tricks would fate play on him next?
You pussy-footing wussy cat! Where were you? I ought to fudge!
Fudge?
It can't be!
Did you forget you sent us off in the first place? Yes, Calibris chose him.
Finally! Those legendary shears will cut right through the Moon Bear King's lackeys and set the Moon Realm free! Now, my brave young warrior, why don't you let Granny hold on to those for you? Right now, you wooden donks! What was that for? Don't you tell me I'm not your type! Gotcha!
To command Calibris, you need either a heart as pure as the goddesses, or pernicious magic like the Grizz. But all you've got is an attitude.
Oh, nuts! You keep Calibris, and you'll take good care of it for me.
I smell him. That's the punch and stick of a scissor thief.
Oh, General Tiger, sir. How kind of you to drop by to check on Beasley O'Neill. Gosh, I just don't know anything about Mississippi, but if I see him, you'll be the first and last to know.
And this egregiously foul odor must be witch stink. You are certain he's not here?
Oh, yes, very certain, your antagonist. I beg you, bring that scoundrel to justice, or I may not sleep a wink tonight.
Ah, Don't worry. My grubs will have this whole castle locked down in no time.
We shall see.
After all, we can't have anyone crashing the prison towers and making off with the knight's powers, now can we?
You hear that, dear? Then get your Heidi in gear!
The tiger's tongue had slipped. Whatever powers this knight had, they were clearly important.
Alright, so we've got 2 of those heads, right?
The castle walls didn't come with stairs. Clinging to the slippery stones instead were giant living vines imbued with dark magic. Snipping, cutting, slicing through the vines with Calibris, Kuturo scrambled up and up. Onward he must climb.
It looks like you're not gonna make it, but
As
you've got to
may
use
have
your
noticed, there was a reason
hand-eye
the
coordination.
Moon Witch framed Kuturo for stealing the scissors. The moment she marched him off to the throne room, she had already concocted a plan to take Calibris for herself. Despite himself, Kuturo was growing excited. What kind of awesome power could this knight in the towers have anyway?
oh,
Not even the vile vines could still Kuturo's scissors.
hopefully there's no rage moments in this game. I
We'll
probably
have
will.
to use these for stairs. Just cut along the seam. Impressive.
Thanks to Calibris, not even the steepest tower walls could stop Kuturo. Puppeteer sliced his way through flags, vines, anything he could sink those scissors into.
Oh, that sniffer.
Not everyone took it sitting down when the Moon Bear King rose to power. Many tried to oust the tyrant and bring back the goddess. One or two of them even survived. But the goddess's mightiest champions all fell, and their powers were locked away in secret, well-guarded places.
Now, where do you suppose the knight's powers are hiding?
Tower-top security was tight. The Weaver patrolled the smoke-ridden sky, swooping and slicing at anything that moved. These towers not only defended the castle walls when the Moon Bear King rebelled against the goddess, but during the ferocious final fight, they also went on the attack.
Yeah, it's good so far. But I know it's going to get really
the tyrant later
more
converted
difficult,
the towering
more
spires to a
clunky.
prison, which with a bounding imagination he dubbed the Prison Towers. The crushed forces of the Moon Goddess were detained at His Majesty's pleasure to starve, rot, and generally suffer. Only their armor remained to tell their terrible tale.
Yeah, it plays a little bit like Rayman Legends as well.
Gorging on the power in its
I think that came out 2013
the
as well.
Weaver stretched to preposterous proportions. Puppeteer knew he had to swallow his fear, step forward, and keep his head.
Well, looks like the pawn has become a knight. Why do all your problems seem to come in extra large?
Oh shit.
It might be big, but it's only stitches. A snip or two should do it. Looks like you found a chink in the armor. I bet. See? I told you so.
No, you didn't tell me. I fucking knew.
Just your luck. starting to unravel.
Fucking hell. Is that it?
Hurry up and cut those souls free. That's it. Well done.
After the formidable adversary was vanquished, an old and scratched up shield appeared before Kutaro. Could this be the power he sought?
No, I want all the things.
Tiger! Quickly, you fool! He's going to find the Knight's shield! How could he possibly know it was in there?
What's that, Shepherd Jones? See your comment.
Stop him! If Kutaro makes off with the shield or the Sun Princess, mark my ground. No! Rip that bit of moonstone right out of your mouth!
When I find that idiot who blabbed about the night in front of...
But yeah, I've just started this, by the way. I'm not that far. What, the second
With the
level?
help of Calibrus, Kutaro defeated the menace and saved the souls of a lucky few. Well done, Kutaro! The
Well done,
souls
brother,
he freed
brother.
were homeward bound.
But yeah, it's a good game so far. I'm enjoying it.
Kutaro had spied an old shield in the prison tower, but Tiger was hot on his heels. Where were the knight's powers? Who was this princess that had been locked up? And would Kutaro make it out of the Black Castle alive?
We will find out right now. Hang on, let me just look what I missed. I
Kutaro
didn't find
had
the bonus page. Bastards.
Now back to Kutaro's tale. You'll recall that even after the Moon Goddess was defeated and her legion was put to rout, her loyal subjects tried to resist. 4 champions, ever faithful, rose to their mistress's calls. Over a period of weeks, they concocted an elaborate plan to lead a pathetically small but equally valiant army against the Moonbear King's castle, Grizzlestein. Did it work? Well...
It looks like he's wearing sunglasses.
Onward, ye knaves! The bear shall pay the price for his crimes!
They were hopelessly outnumbered, but so desperately did they fight, so bravely did they broil, that the tyrant himself finally deigned to confront them.
You fight well, dare I say, skillfully. But alas, that shield will not protect you from me! Coward!
And that was the end of that revolt. The Moon Bear King used his dark magic to lock the four champions' powers away, and all would-be challengers to his throne were wiped from the face of the moon.
Ah.
This shield was a special one indeed, for within it still dwelled the power of the Moon Goddess's knight, he whose valiant struggles ended in tragedy.
Alas, poor knight. I knew him, Kutaro. These scratches, courtesy of the Moon Bear King. Just look what's become of the Moon Sigil.
At last, Kutaro had claimed the knight's powers.
Woohoo! Why, you've done it, you sweet little muffin. Try those powers out! Oh, very good.
Like a block move then.
Next up, Lunar Bit Parts. Okay, shortbread, mouth shut and ears open. That's my clever boy. Remember, you can fend off nearly any attack, great or small, just as long as you don't get smooshed in the process. Lunar Glove! Now fend this sucker off!
Oh, she's a boxing glove. I thought she was a whale or
Some
something.
attacks can be turned against the attacker. Oh. Next, try pointing the shield upward. Good. Now point the shield downward. Moving on. Lunar Bit Part. The best defense is someone else's offense. And the Night Shield, as it happens, was specially designed to deflect beams of magic light. Which is lucky for you, because here comes a doozy! Bounce it at that grub there! Yeah!
Ah. But I can't point it straight up though, just at an angle.
Very impressive for your first try. Now, just one more thing. The shield wears out if you use it too much, so be sure to give it lots of rest. Got it? Then get lost.
Oh, look! The witch conjured up an exit. How sweet. We should hurry before her magic fizzles out.
Alright, let's go.
Sadly, not all the castle's puppets were having the same luck as Kutaro. Winken, Blinken, and Nod here tried to make a break for it. And got broken for their trouble. The Moon Bear King's overblown guillotine was waiting to reduce all such traitors to scrap.
Please, stay on your toes if you want to keep them. Looks like you need a head to get ahead. No defense is perfect. You'll find a weakness if you keep your eyes peeled. Bravo! An eye for an eye.
go. Let's move on.
Climb on up, Kutaro. Colorly eclipsed. The shimmering gateway has been swiped. Oh, meow, I remember. The King's brand new security system was installed here last week.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Here, the shimmering gateway abruptly ended. Kutaro could not stave off a sinking feeling that things were about to get grim.
There you are, you vexatious thief. Here, help me sharpen my claws.
Magic is pouring out of Calibris. Now, let Tiger have it.
I'll get you for this. Mark my words.
Well, we've reached the top of the prison towers, but where is the gateway?
Help! Somebody!
Oh, that's right. The princess is being held here.
Oh, I can go around. Fuck yeah, this game is so good though. This is definitely a hidden gem. Because I remember this game came out and then after it got brushed aside really quickly.
Watch out for the searchlight.
Just having a look around, see if there's any collectibles.
Was it the knight's soul within the shield, or something else stirring? A fire filled Kutaro's heart, and he knew it was his duty to save the princess.
Just what is it about damsels?
Nice. No.
Are you my knight in shining armor? Get me out of here! Now! Ah!
Wait, that's not the Sun Princess. She's not even a lady. At best, she's a lady in waiting.
Kutaro was disheartened, but his sense of chivalry would not let him leave the lady behind.
Must be something down here. I must need another head for that.
wish she was a princess. I could really go for my own kingdom.
No use moaning. A hero
The witch
never leaves
said you
a
might need to give the shield
lady
a
behind.
rest.
Chop chop! Come on!
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, I've got to let it charge or some shit. Ah. There you go.
Guess I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
give
gonna
you
start
enough
raging
credit.
soon, I just know it.
You're like a hero or something, right? Questing to save the princess? Why else would you have Calabrus and the Moon Knight's shield? Well, you're about 3 feet too short and 3 hours too late. But, thanks. Like, seriously.
I think we may have an incident on our hands.
Oops.
See that fang tiger is flashing? That's a piece of the Moonstone. Without that bit of dental work, he'd be a scaredy cat and no better. Danger! High voltage! Good thing my paws don't touch the ground. You'd better try and get some air.
I jumped.
Ready to become sawdust?
There we go. I thought I had to jump the hand or something.
A puppet a day keeps the dentist away. I'll whittle you down to size, you little gnat.
It'd be nice if you had like a double jump.
That's okay. Next time.
I wasn't ready for it. Oh shit.
Spiky hairballs. Ouch!
I can't. I'm gonna stop moaning in a minute.
Cower.
I wasn't ready for the quick time event.
Keep your filthy mitts off my fan.
It's fucking hard. It's hard to predict what he's gonna do. The timing as well is really difficult.
Stop that! Almost got you. Time for the grass.
Did I do it?
Don't do that!
Now that was okay.
Oh my
The
gosh,
timing was a bit off
that
on me.
was so totally gross. I'm covered in tiger slobber. Do you have any idea how much I pay already for dry cleaning? Oh, oh hey, thanks for the help. What was your name again?
Kotaro.
Kataro, huh? Right on. I'm Picarina. On behalf of the sun, let me say thank you.
Oh, my word! You found one of the moonstone shards! Most impressive. I knew I picked a winner. In fact, I think we're ready to team up in earnest. Who's this little soubrette? One of the Sun Princess's retinue. Where's your mistress?
Like, I gotta tell you, it's not like you're anybody special, am I right?
Oh, my thought! It's the tyrant! Run for your life!
Give me back my scissors! I'll chase you to the end of the moon! This world belongs to me now! You'll never be safe, ever!
But yeah, I'm enjoying the game. It's quite good. It's quite good. Yeah, and the trophies are nice and generous as well. I have quite a few of those.
With the help of Caliburus, Kuturo defeated the menace and saved the souls of a lucky few. Well done, Kuturo! The souls he freed were homeward bound.
Right, bonus stages have been unlocked in the main menu. Now you can replay any bonus stage you've managed to find, and that's the greatest bonus of all. The head collection has been unlocked in the main menu. Now you can read about your heads, past escapades, and check out their head actions. The picture books have been unlocked in the main menu. Join your favourite characters on untold adventures in these timeless... The picture books. I'll have to look at that. If it's extra levels, I'll try it. Act 2, who to trust?
9 lives. All cats, even moon cats, have 9 lives. Behold, Castle Grizzlestein, aka the Black Castle. Doesn't sound very welcoming, does it? Not that this cat minded. The witch, lucky enough to be his mistress, one Esma Potts, had a nice warm kitchen with plenty of nooks, just the right size for a cat nap.
If I didn't know better, I'd think I had a sloth for a pet,
said the witch, who was wising up to the cat's hiding places. He remembered more exciting old days when he'd served the moon goddess instead. It wasn't always like this, he purred, signaling a flashback on the next page. Ah, Castle Waxwain, a palace so white you had to squint to find the doorknob. Its ruler, the goddess, had a special place in her heart for one particular feline. So when the tyrant stole Moonstone and Scissors and staged a rebellion, who do you think catapulted into action first?
meow.
The blitz may have been cut tragically short, but it was a life worth giving. Even after the whole moon realm had fallen, the cat rallied the goddess's most faithful subjects, determined to kitty-corner the tyrant right in his throne room. "Follow me, you dogs," he shouted to the 4 champions, and all of them, even the young knight who was allergic, did just that. The plan might have gone without a hitch had the knight not been such a hopeless chicken. Well, you can run over a cat twice, but you can never roadkill his spirit. The 4 champions had been slain, their powers scattered, but our dear feline never gave up on the goddess. He spent another life scouring the moon for any ally willing to fight for her cause. Thrice dead but undeterred, the cat tried his luck on the high seas. No danger was too distressuous, no horror too heroific. Into the jaws of peril he leapt, and found it quite difficult to get back out. Would none take his side in this cold, cruel world? No, he had but 2 allies now, his feline pride and the love for the goddess in his heart. "I'll tackle that monster all by myself," he meowsed, "no matter how many lives it takes." But alas, what hope had one messenger of justice beneath the beefy legs of evil? Our protagonist quickly flipped to the end of this book in search of a happy ending. The sting of 5 lives lost and the acrid taste of disappointment were just too much to bear. It was then that he met Esma Potts. To be clear, this was no shining goddess. The witch was so ugly on the outside, so nasty on the inside, that the moon cat felt compelled to walk away. Until, that is, he realized they had a common goal. He decided to hold out hope for a special child the witch assured him was coming. Each night he gathered a few puppets and led them up to the Tower of Tribulations. But these were mere children, dreaming children. The brave ones died and turned to grubs, while the cowards who ran were enslaved in the kitchen. It was no use. After 7 messy deaths, our plucky feline had fought himself out. Yes, the goddess was beautiful. Yes, life was better once. But getting all worked up over the paradise he'd lost was blinding him to the joys of mediocrity.
Eat up, you mangy sluggard, so you can get some work done for a change.
Today's joy was snot-colored soup and a lecture. But at least he wouldn't starve. Home is where you hang your hat. He had 2 lives left, and this mooncat planned to sleep through them to their fullest.
Interesting. So select a stage.
After claiming the knight's power, Kuturo vanquished Tiger and escaped the Black Castle with the witch, Yin Yang, and Picarina. Where would fate lead them next? Act 2 starts here.
But it's not starting right now, people. I'm going to stop it there. I've been streaming for just over an hour. So we've done Act 1, which was Curtain 1, Curtain 2 and Curtain 3. So maybe how I'll do it is I'll do, depending on how difficult the game gets, I'll try and do each act like per stream, like this one, Curtain 1, 2 and 3 per stream, and then I'll do the next one in another stream like that. Right, break it down a bit, make it more bearable to watch, because yeah, I think that would be better. Well, for this type of game anyway, like a level sort of game. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, Chipper Jones. Not sure if you're still in here, but thanks for visiting. Anybody else that's lurking, thanks for spending any time here, giving me a chance watching my stream. Yeah, so I'll be back at some point, maybe tomorrow, maybe later tonight. It's Saturday night and it's just gone 10, so I'm gonna go take a shower. It's so hot. That's what I'm doing, is taking showers. My armpits just rancid, like sweating in this room. So thanks, and yeah, bye.